When working with a composite function, you actually have two parts to it. One part is the function g that you plug into the other function f, and the second part is the function f that has the other function g plugged into it. So when finding the components of a composite function, you're looking for the two parts that make it up. So we're going to find the functions f and g such that f composed with g is equal to h. So we're given the composed function h of x, which is equal to 2x plus 3 all to the fourth. So I can see that some function here, 2x plus 3, seems to be all raised to the fourth. So it's probably been plugged into this function. So I have 2x plus 3, and I'm plugging into something that gets raised all to the fourth. So I can say x to the fourth. So if I take 2x plus 3 and plug it into this x here, it would all be raised to the fourth, like this function is here, which is pretty easy to tell, but you need to know which one is f and which one is g. So again, 2x plus 3 is being plugged in. So when a function is being plugged into another, that is your second function, or your g of x function. So 2x plus 3. And since x to the fourth has another function being plugged into it, it becomes your f of x function. So these two here are the two pieces to this composite function h. Let's do it again here. H of x equals the square root of x squared plus 1. So I see that x squared plus 1 is all square rooted. So I can say that x squared plus 1 has been plugged into some function, let's say square root of x. So if I replace x in the square root with x squared plus 1, I would get my h of x function. So it makes sense that these are the two parts to this composite function. So again, which one is which? So x squared plus 1 is being plugged in to the square root of x function, which means it is our g function, x squared plus 1, which by default makes square root of x my f of x function. And so again, here are the two pieces to this composite function. And last I have h of x equals 1 over 3x plus 4 to the 50th. So I got a fraction and I got something to the 50th power, which makes it kind of weird, but nothing that we can't handle. I can see that 3x plus 4 is all raised to the 50th, so that's easy to spot. But the fact that it's a fraction raised to the 50th gives me a little bit pause, but again, it's just some fraction, 1 over, and it's again all raised to the 50th, so I can say x in the denominator raised to the 50th. So if I take 3x plus 4 and plug it in for x in this function, I would get my original h of x function. So I can see these are the two parts to this composite function. So again, like before, I just need to tell which one goes where. And I remember from the last two that 3x plus 4 is being plugged in, so that makes it my g of x function. So 3x plus 4, which by default makes my fraction my f of x function. So 1 over x to the 50th. And here again are the two pieces to this composite function.